Thank you for us on the Pulse. Now time for sports. I'm Gary Al Smith. And in the last 48 hours, there's been a lot of soul searching among Black Stars faithful following what was a rather surprising defeat in Nairobi. We had built up to the game against Kenya for weeks, and when it finally came, an own goal by Nicholas Opoku ensured that the national side would not get 6 points in this Group F encounter. There were so many thoughts following the game after this goal was scored, but Kenya were the more clinical side in the end. Dramatic what you see on your screens, being that the Black Stars are in danger of not qualifying after their loss, because if you look at the group, Ghana are still on top. And in studio with me, Eric Kwame JC is the sports journalist with GNTV. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome, Gary.
Yes. So, first of all, I mean, there's been a lot of soul searching about whether the team was not clinical enough, and I think that the answer is pretty simple. We made chances but did not score.
Thank you very much, Gary. But then I think talking about not clinical, well, I bet to differ a little, because if you look at the ball possession, I think we played better than that of the Harambee Stars. You know, I think we played 61% to 39 of them. Possession-wise, I think we did well. It was just that we did not have a good striker. Let me put it that way.
Well, that's what being clinical is about.
Yeah, but you realize that we did all the jobs. You know, talking about the attempts, we had it. I would not want you to, condemn it outright. Okay, let's give them a little breath of space.
But the fact of the matter is that we created more chances than they did, 13-4.
Yeah.
They scored and we didn't. So the fact of the matter is that
I didn't see them scoring. We scored. It was an own goal.
What was the score at the end of the day?
It was 1 in favor of them. But if we are talking about the score sheets,
yes,
definitely it's going to be.
What was the score at the end of the day, though?
1 in favor of them. But I'm talking about the score sheet.
Did Ghana win the match?
No, we did not. But I'm talking about the score sheet. Listen, after the tournament, if we want to talk about the goal king chart, definitely it's going to be a Ghanaian player there.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
So was the Black Stars clinical or not?
The defender who committed that, blunder. If he's able to score another goal at the end of the tournament, they're going to add this particular goals to his.
No, but they won't say that he has scored 2 goals.
You think so?
No. An own goal does not mean that it is.
Well, Gary, maybe from your angle, you might think, yes, we created all the chances, we did not score, we were not able to utilize them. So, yes, clinically we were not. But I'm saying that, looking at it from what we play on the field of play, I think we did better than of the Kenyans.
What were the positives?
Well, looking at the positives, for now, that is the first time I'm seeing Kwesi Appiah, getting into a game with a squad that, at least possession-wise, they've done well. Okay, looking at the entire game, I think we have only problem with about 2-3 different positions, which I was expecting the coach, Kwesi Appiah, to do some quick changes. Starting the game, he had the opportunity to start them with that thing, but I did not know why he did that. Maybe because of those players not being fully fit. That is why he decided to start with players like Opare, and then maybe playing only Majid Warriors up front. Okay, I think those are some of the problems. But I was expecting him to do some quick changes immediately, return from the recess, which he did not. Okay, talking about play, I think for the first time I'm so much impressed with play, unless maybe the results that did not, go downward with our Black Stars.
Were there any negatives you spotted?
Of course there was. That is what I just said. Talking about our laterals, especially the left full back. I was not expecting Daniel Opare to start the game or even play to that time limit. Likewise with if you look at Thomas Tepati, I think he was trying to, join Majid Warriors up front. Normally, if you want to play such a tactics by putting one player up front, that means you want to go in for the defensive play and then rely on counter play. You need a box-to-box striker like Asamoah Gyan who can, run all the time for you. A player like Majid Waris, yes, can do it, but if we talk about experience and a striker who has that physique to stand on the ball, to keep the ball running, not a striker like Majid Waris. And I think that was some of the faults that Kwesi Appiah did do. And I was expecting him to bring aboard Kwadwo Asamoah as quickly as possible to, do all the dirty jobs for Majid Waris to, finish up. Because Kwadwo Asamoah, we all know, maybe he might not be fully fit, but he's a dangerous player when he's in a game. And talking about the Kenyans, the Harambee Stars, knowing Kwadwo Asamoah very well, Kwadwo Asamoah's inclusion alone might shorten their defense, because at least the coach is going to map a strategy for Kwadwo Asamoah. If not two players tackle Kwadwo Asamoah, then I don't know what he will do again. You see, and that will short their defense. That will pave way for Majid Waris and whoever can go in. Again, talking about Achu, I think it is time Achu should have carried the team on his shoulders alone. But if you look at Achu, all his passes were very faulty. And I'm like, what is happening? Achu, I know Achu has been in a national team for some time now, needs to know how to control, but when he gets to the final third. But I was not seeing it from Achu, and I think those are some of the mistakes that let Kwesi Appiah down. But then, I don't think it is all over for Ghana. Not at all. It is not.
Right. After the game, Kwesi Appiah spoke to the BBC. He was asked about why Kwadwo Asamoah did not play. He did intimate the issue of the player not being fully fit, which is why he did not play. Also, Ibrahim Tanko sort of said that as well when he spoke to our colleague Benedict Owusu. He actually mentioned that, as we knew, Kwadwo Asamoah came into the camp for this game with the injury, which is why he was not started. Our information from Benedict, who has since come down from Nairobi, indicates also that Kwadwo Asamoah actually asked that he not be played because he was not feeling too well following the training session. So those were the issues on board. But the interesting one was from Ibrahim Tanko, an interview which we've played severally this afternoon, and we will play again, accusing the players of not showing commitment. He said that some of them did not understand what it meant to wear the jersey and that it was not right.
Well, you see, let me start from Kwadwo Asamoah not being fit, then get to that of Ibrahim Tanko. Kwadwo Asamoah, proud to this game, that is what the news that we heard, that yes, he was not fully fit. But later on, an interview of Kwadwo Asamoah came out that yeah, he is fit. There is nothing wrong with him. Now, if he's not fully fit, then why did you invite him if you think he cannot do it? Okay. Apart from that, let me tell you something. France 98, the Brazilian Ronaldo, you realize that. Okay, so what I'm saying is that Kwadwo Asamoah not being fit, I think, is far better than somebody who is fully fit because
so
of experience. He should have been in the game because he can do something. That of Ibrahim Tanko, if he said that the players were not committed, then I'll put the blame on his doorstep. Why did he call uncommitted players?
All right. On that note, I'm a signal that we don't have a lot of time, so we have to. And thank you, Eric Kwame JC, for joining us from GNTV. That's the Pulse, the sports for now. We'll be back later with more.